Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos every Tuesday. I also give an extra monthly video or Zoom call to my patrons over on my Patreon page. If you're interested in finding out about that, the link is down in the description. If you are new here, I do planner reviews, but I also share my personal planning. I have a planning updates playlist where I give quarterly planner updates. The first video of that for this year, I have it divided by years if you're interested in my personal planning. And I started out this year with my 2021 stack video, and I will be giving my Q1 planning update at the very end of March. My sister Molly, who has made a cameo in many videos here on my channel and on my Instagram, also does a quarterly planning update for me here on my channel. Many people have grown to love her and love seeing what she's doing in her planning. And she also has her own planning updates playlist. Besides that, I do a lot of planner reviews here and also on Instagram. I do many reviews on IGTV on Instagram that don't fit here on my channel since I only do one video a week. I haven't done an introduction like that in a very long time, and I thought that maybe I should do one for all the new people here. I usually just jump right into my video. Today's video is very fun. It's a personal choice video of mine. I love to do these. With all the questions that I've had about comparing daily layouts, I thought that this video would be very helpful, not just for right now, but for picking out your planner for even the next year or two, because generally the companies don't change their paper and their layouts that much for the big companies. What I have done today, this is only a small portion of my stack. I have a big stack on the floor I'm going to draw from. I am going to go through all my personal favorite daily planners, but also just popular daily planners that I have reviewed. So this is only from my stash. And I am going to show you the exact same schedule written in every single one of these planners. So I have written the exact same day, time blocking the same events, the same to-dos, and then I'm going to give you the specs of each planner, like how many to-do list lines are there, what type of paper, what's the price. I hope going through these very quickly in that way. I'm not going to do a full walkthrough of these planners because I have all those videos up on my channel, and I will link those videos down in the description to try to make it easy for you to find. So like if you're loving the Day Designer or you're loving the Simplified page, you can go click to that video and you can find out all the details from front to back in my full walkthrough videos. I will also try to mention if I have a discount or affiliate link for these companies, but those will also be linked down in the description box. All right, let's jump right in. So you're not going to be able to see them all side by side because we obviously have too many. I kind of tried to pull them in similar piles, so ones that I thought you might want to see next to each other. This is a fun video for me. It's a video where I have absolutely no notes, and I just get to say whatever I want. You know, I'm not reviewing a planner, and these are all just my personal opinions along with the specs on the planners. This is the new Whitney English Daily Planner. It is an undated daily planner where you have 365 undated pages, so you can have full pages for Saturday and Sunday. You have a huge amount of to-do list lines. I think it's the most out of any of the planners that I am doing today. And that is, where did I write that? 29 lines. You have 29 to-do list lines. They are also very wide. This is a 7x9 page. She has 80-pound paper, 120 GSM. My pen tests are in all my walkthrough videos, so I'm not going to do pen testing and all that today, but just know, 80-pound paper is the highest pound weight, well, except for one other one that I have today. 80-pound paper does an amazing job with almost any type of pen. Whitney English has left a smaller amount of room for your scheduling or time blocking, and you do have half-hour slots that are shaded in blue. You have a 7 a.m. to a 9 p.m. slots. You have water checkoff boxes. You can circle the day of the week because it's undated, write in your date. You do have a top 5 here, which is kind of interesting. Instead of a top 3, it carries over to here. And then, like I said, 29 to-do list checkoff boxes. This planner is $73. I am telling you the full price on all these planners, although many of them are on sale right now. This one is not. I do have a discount for Whitney English though. It's $5 off her daily or weekly planner. I think my code is AMANDA5OFF. I will put that on the screen here, and that will be down in the description box also. And I do not have an affiliate link for her, but I do have my code AMANDA5OFF. The next planner is Simplified. It's a little bit smaller in page size. You can tell the page size is 6 by 8.75. Of course, all these specs are on the planner website, so if you have some you really want to compare, jump over to there. Simplified has 16 lines, so comparing that just with Whitney English, 29 lines, that's a huge difference. Simplified lines are a little bit wider. Whitney English lines are a good width to me. They're not tiny, which some of them are today, but I actually prefer a little wider width. I like the width of the Simplified lines for my handwriting, and I think they're 1/4 of an inch, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And I like that line spacing. I use Simplified Planner. Like I said, I'm going to be adding in my own opinions here today for like 4+ years. I was even using it before I started my channel. It is one of my favorite daily planners. My big complaint about it was the to-do list lines are not long enough. In fact, your time slot lines are a little bit longer than the to-do list lines, measuring them, even though it looks like they're about even. The time slots are bigger, and I actually need more room on my to-do list lines. I like to tend to write out more details about my task or full sentences, and we'll get more into that later in the video about why I am using just a notebook for my daily planner right now for my daily to-do list. This is a dated planner. It does not come in an undated option. It is $60. Saturday and Sunday share a page. I will try to remember to show you Saturday and Sunday in every planner. It's split horizontally. She also uses a section of your to-do list on Sunday for Sunday prep. So take that into account. You don't have that much room on your Sunday. Saturday and Sunday do not have time slots. So they just have, you could write in your time slots on this left-hand side, and then your to-do tick-off box on the right side. The Simplified page is simple. There's not anything to it except for your 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. timeline. There are no half-hour slots, but the lines are long enough where you could divide them for half-hour appointments, or just write in if you have a half-hour appointment. Something which I meant to mention in the Whitney English book is there is a quote on every page right here. It's a really interesting spot, going up and down vertically there. And then each page is numbered, so you can index if you take notes on something. With the huge amount of to-do list lines, I would be using some of those for notes room, personally, like phone calls or notes or what I'm thinking of for the next day. And so having the pages numbered, I really do like that, especially since it's an undated, where you can easily make note of where to go back and look at something. But there are no notes pages in this planner. There also are no monthly spreads because it's undated. In Simplified, you obviously have monthly spreads because it's dated, but there are just a couple, like something like 4 or 5 notes pages up front, and that is it. This is my exact same schedule written in both of these planners, my exact same to-dos. And that's kind of how it looks. And I'm also going to try to mention if I know where the planner's made, because people have asked me to. This planner is manufactured in China and shipped here. This one I couldn't find on her site, and so I'm sure it's not made in the USA, printed in the USA, because when it is, companies are really proud of that, and they like to have it even front and center, written in the front of their planner, even printed in there, and it's not in here or on their website. So that is the Whitney English. Simplified, I have $10 off only if it is your first purchase from Simplified. That link to get that coupon will be down in the description. Also, I am an affiliate for Simplified. So if you purchase anything through Simplified and you use my affiliate links, or for any company that I have affiliate links, you are helping me to keep my channel going. You're saying thank you for my content creation, because that is the way I show the companies how many people I bring to them. It costs you nothing. It changes your experience not at all. You still sign into your account and you get your points, but you're just going to the website through my link and showing the company how many people I bring to them. And then I also make a small percentage of your sale, and that also helps me to keep my channel going. So thank you so much for using my affiliate links. The next one we're going to look at is Day Designer. I have the mini and the original size, but these are pretty similar to Whitney English and Simplified, so I kind of wanted to pull it up next. Day Designer, the original size is $59. The page size is 7.3 by 9.5. The mini is $49 and the page size is 6 by 8.1. The original is pretty hefty. It weighs 2.5 pounds. The mini weighs 1.7 pounds. Simplified is 1 pound, 13 ounces. And I cannot remember if I wrote the Whitney English weight in here. 2 pounds, 6 ounces. Like I said, usually you can find this all on their site. Here are the exact same to-dos written in both of the Day Designer books. Day Designer has 100 GSM paper at 68 pounds, so it is a lower weight paper, yet their price is not lower than the competition. So that's the one thing I do hear about this planner, but I do show you pen testing in my video, and it really does handle pen well, but the paper just does not feel as thick or as luxurious as the Whitney English or the Simplified that I just showed you. Whitney English, once again, was 80 pounds. Simplified was 70 pound Mohawk paper. This equates to 68 pounds, so you would think that there's not that big of a difference, but actually in the feel of the paper, maybe because Simplified is Mohawk and this is not, there's quite a different feel to the paper. With Day Designer, you have a top 3, you have a quote at the top of each page. Then you have these 4 boxes: do, dinner, dollars, don't forget. You have to-do lines. You have 17 to-do lines in the original, 13 to-do lines in the mini. In the original, it starts at 5 a.m. and goes till 9 p.m. You don't have that huge of a time slot going in the mini. It's 7 to 7. You have a little note section at the bottom and a little daily gratitude. Okay, that's the Day Designer. Now I'm going to grab my next stack. Okay, the next daily planner that I want to discuss is simply using a notebook. If you have followed me for any amount of time, then you know that right now, since about November, I have been using, let's talk about this notebook first, and then we'll go to the other choices. I've been using the Becky Higgins Simple Notebooks. Becky Higgins actually is the one who created the Project Life app, which is kind of like a scrapbooking, printing your pictures and memories app. But she makes these simple notebooks. She does covers, sometimes in collaboration with other people, sometimes her own. But they are limited run covers. So you won't see this cover up there now. This cover is from Kim Can Kick It, who passed on. And I loved her, loved following her on Instagram. And she fought cancer for about 5 years. But she did this collaboration cover with Kim. And I knew that I had to purchase this one. Okay, the Becky Higgins notebooks, let's jump into what they are. They are exactly what they're named, a simple notebook. Let me give you all the pricing. Here's the day that I mocked up. This is the same day mocked up in this notebook. And I will kind of show you JM Planning Essentials notebook right next to it. We're going to compare these two. Exact same day. You'll see Becky Higgins lines are a lot lighter. Becky Higgins notebook is a tiny bit smaller, just a teeny bit. But that doesn't really measure up with the measurements online because she says her notebook is 6 by 8. And Joanne says hers is exactly an A5, which I find it to be at 8.3 by 5.8. And this one's a teeny bit smaller, really, if you line them up, just a tiny bit. But they both have rounded edges. JM Planning Essentials is $12 for 96 pages with 100-pound Mohawk paper. You guys, this paper is amazing. It is the thickest paper that I have ever seen in a planner or a notebook that I have reviewed, and it is just a plain lined page. I personally would love the lines to be a little bit lighter, and that's just personal preference, like for my eyes and the way that I like to see things. And so that is probably why I am choosing the Becky Higgins notebook right now over the JM Planning Essentials to use, but I could also use this for my daily notebook. This is $9 for 80 pages. And like I said, this is $12 for 96 pages. Really amazing since this one is 100-pound Mohawk paper. And if you're a first-time customer at JM Planning Essentials, there is a 10% off code on her front page for first-time customers. So that's amazing also. Becky Higgins, usually she rarely runs any kind of discount, but if you order $35 worth, you get free shipping. She has only 60-pound paper, and you can tell from seeing through here, I like to mark my stuff off with a really dark, Erin Condren dual tip marker. I use the thicker end of the Erin Condren dual tip marker because I just really love to see my tasks completely marked off. It helps me with my day. I know some people highlight to mark their tasks off. My mind can just never wrap around that. I highlight to show what I need to do next or the most important things, and then I mark off when done. For the most part, I don't decorate this notebook. You might have seen a little washi tape, but these are just my daily pages. Every day looks different, but usually I put my most important tasks up top or my appointments up top, and then I just do a running list. And if it gets too messy, then I just turn to the next page. And that's the fun thing about having a notebook. I can design my page however I want, and it's just the perfect page size for me. So let me show you the mock-up day that I did here in both, kind of what it looks like. You can see how the lines are very light in the Becky Higgins notebook. I prefer that. And I also really just don't need 100-pound Mohawk paper just for my daily list, although it feels pretty luxurious, and this marker would not show through. But I'm going to show you a blank page in each so you can kind of get a feel for both notebooks, because you might be trying to compare these. And there is a look. Becky Higgins says, cultivate a good life and record it. That's her handwriting. That's her tagline, since she's always been in memory keeping. And that's her tagline. It goes at the bottom of the page. It doesn't bother me at all because it's so light. And I really love her light lines and the margins. I like kind of how the lines in there. I like the big margin at the top. I like how the lines don't go into here. I don't know. Everything about this notebook I just love. But Joann's is very similar. And if you want thicker paper, this paper is amazing. Or if you like darker lines, she also offers, I believe, a graph grid and a dot grid notebook. So if you're looking for that, she offers that. They both have similar covers. They are, very hard cardstock and coated covers. And they both have the double wire O binding, just really simple, lightweight little notebooks, of which I absolutely have fallen in love with and have a stash of now. So that's my favorite daily planner right now. Now, this is not the first time that I have used a notebook as my daily planner, because I use a dated weekly planner. I don't need a dated daily planner. Now, if a daily planner was my only planner, then I would want it to be dated and I would want a monthly layout with it. But since I use a weekly planner, my daily is just my to-do list and I don't write it out until the night before. And I really don't need it to be dated. And I also love the size of this because it's tiny and it fits right next to my computer on my desk. So it just fits it just the right spot where I can constantly jot and mark things off all day. And I'm not having like a big book to clunk around, and I don't need to like set it off to the side because it literally sits like right next to my computer within reach of me writing. So the size also has something to do with why I love this. And in saying that I have used a notebook before, I have used an Erin Condren notebook before for daily planning, and it has worked out splendidly too. If it weren't for the size, like I said, I love how this little notebook fits right next to my computer. And so the Erin Condren notebook is a 7x9. And I love this, it's not as thick, it's portable. It's just everything about it is working for me right now. But I have used for a good amount of time the Erin Condren notebooks. They are such an amazing deal. This is one of my top 5 products from Erin Condren for sure. If not for a daily to-do list, then for journaling, for sketchbooking, for anything, for lists, for memory keeping. Erin Condren notebooks come with 80-pound paper like her planners. They are only $16. If you're not getting, now if you choose to not get a silver coil, then you're adding $10 on if you want a colored coil. If you get a metallic or foiling on your cover, then you're adding, I think, $8. I can't remember, or maybe $5. But if you get just the silver coil and you don't get any foiling on your cover, then you are only paying $16 for a notebook of 80-pound paper with 160 pages. It is made in the USA. Oh, the Becky Higgins and the JM Planning Essentials notebooks are made in the USA also. But this notebook is made in the USA too. You can choose it in 7x9, which this one is, or 8.5x11. You can get it in lined, dot grid, sketchbook, so plain pages. Also, all their notebook pages are perforated for if you need to tear them out. So it's just the most amazing deal and one of my favorite products from Erin Condren. I like how they use a smaller coil on it because, people don't need to bulk it up with stickers, so they're not leaving the extra room in the coil, which I like. I love how you can use their interchangeable covers from their planners on their notebooks too. It's just the deal on these notebooks for whatever you're using it for is just spectacular. My teenage son actually has been using these for over a year for his daily planning where he maps out his day. He actually writes out his schedule, like time blocking it every night the night before. And then he does that on the left side, and on the opposite page, on the right side, he journals at night, kind of what went on or how he what he wants to improve on the next day or whatever. Yeah, he's very mature for a 17-year-old, but he homeschools, and he's been doing that type of scheduling since he started homeschooling 2 years ago. But he has not always used this Erin Condren notebook. He started in one of their smaller focus notebooks that they don't make anymore. That was a coiled focus notebook, a black one way back when, and he decided he wanted to go to a bigger one. Yes, he could use just any normal coiled notebook from Target, but since I get my Erin Condren referral points, he gets to use the best paper. My other son, who's 12 and homeschools, also uses these notebooks for all different kinds of things for school, but also for just writing his own notes and ideas. He likes the sketchbook ones without lines too. So this is a favorite product throughout our home. Here is where I wrote out my daily schedule, and comparing it to the small notebook, I just want to show you kind of size-wise how much room you have on the page. And you can see, this page is big enough for me for a daily page right now. There's no way I ever even get done all my things on my daily page. But sometimes it's start writing things for tomorrow to remember to put on my list, and, or notes or ideas like that. So this page, I do love how I have enough room here to write all the way across. Usually my task does not take up more room than this, but you have even more room here if you're someone who likes to write a long sentence. And I did just the same thing. I kind of wrote my schedule by time here, if I have any timed appointments, and then my to-dos. And sometimes I ration those out by category. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just random or the most important down to the least. And sometimes it's mixed up, and then I just go in and highlight, as you saw a lot of highlighting in here, and highlight what I need to do first, and then cross it out in black so I can just easily see it. I'm very visual. So I do love this Erin Condren notebook for a daily planner. Like I said, if you have a weekly dated planner, then you are really open to use anything for your daily list, anything. I've tried just using my phone for my list, like with Google Keep, and different list apps, but I really like it to be on paper. Now, I do keep a list in my phone for when I'm not near a notebook or not at home, and I do put all my appointments in my iCal. When I'm at home, I like to see my list on paper. So that's that. I've also used a traveler's notebook system. When I first started using Planner Perfect, I started putting my daily list in with my scripting for the day in her traveler's notebooks. But then I really found out that I just really loved how beautiful her notebooks were, and I liked to decorate them. So it kind of became a memory keeping thing. And I just didn't want my messy daily lists in there anymore. And it was also more convenient to have this notebook right by my computer. That's just another option. And JM Planning Essentials, I talked about her notebook, but she also makes a daily planner. So besides her notebook, and she also has the other inside options in here, the graph grid. I'm not sure if she has the dotted on the inside, whereas Becky Higgins only has the light lined. JM Planning Essentials has made this daily planner. It is 90 pages, so for a quarter, it is $19. It is the 100-pound Mohawk paper once again, as is everything from her site. You have your tick off boxes on this side, and then you could put your schedule on this side, or it could just be another list, separated, or it could be writing all the way across since there's not a line in the middle. Your top 3 could go up here, or your appointments. You can circle the day of the week and put in the date. And then she has the graph grid at the bottom. I would prefer lighter graph grid and lighter lines, but I really do think the layout of her daily page is a nice option to have. So, and the 100-pound Mohawk paper is just amazing. If you are she has lots of traveler's notebooks and with blank pages and stuff. If you're doing memory keeping or scrapbooking, her paper is amazing for that. So that is the JM Planning Essentials Daily Planner, which is just, another option with her notebooks. You guys could tell that I'm passionate about plain notebooks right now for daily planning. Let's do the Erin Condren Daily Duo and PLUM paper side by side. So the Erin Condren Daily Duo comes in 2 6-month books. You have to buy them together at this point. They're $73 together, but right now they are on sale because it's later in the year. And also, you can always wait and catch a sale at Erin Condren, to be honest, if you can wait it out for a sale. But together, they are $73. You get the 80-pound paper made in the USA, Plum paper is 80-pound paper made in the USA too, but these are two completely different 80-pound papers. So let me make note, if you're new to paper and planning, just because I've said a couple of these are 80-pound, like Whitney English is 80-pound, Erin Condren's 80-pound, Plum paper's 80-pound. They are all different 80-pound paper. Erin Condren is honestly like my favorite planner paper, and Golden Coil has the exact same paper except it's cream colored. It is 80-pound Mohawk paper, and it has a tooth to it, which means just a little bit of texture, which means it takes the pen differently. It kind of grips the pen, and I like that. Plum paper is a much smoother paper. Theirs was especially crafted for them, they said, from Mohawk papers. They like a smoother paper. It feels almost just like your pen flows, sometimes almost too fast, depending on which pen you're using over it. It is Mohawk paper, I believe, also. But like I said, it's crafted especially for them, and it is just really smooth. Not slick, but I mean like writing on silk or butter. It's just like that. I don't know how else to explain it. In Plum paper, you get to pick your size though. This is a 7x9, but you can also do a daily planner in an A5 size or in an 8.5x11. I believe their dailies still do have that option. You have full Saturday, Sunday pages in Plum paper. You do not have that in the Daily Duo. Have I been forgetting to show you some of those? In the Erin Condren, Saturday and Sunday is split in this way. I actually like the way this is split better than some of the other ones. I don't think I showed you the Day Designer weekend. No, I did not. So let me show you how their weekend is split. Day Designer Saturday and Sunday are split vertically too. Top 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the mini. And then you get a week at a glance look at your next week right here. So that's nice right there. To have that, that's also the same in the original size. It's just a little bit bigger. So your weekends are split vertically. In Simplified, I showed you your weekend is split horizontally. In Erin Condren, your weekend is split vertically. I'm looking to try to see. Whitney English was undated, and so you have the full page for Saturday and Sunday. So it's split vertically there and a lot of note room. You have note room here. In the Plum paper, you get to choose if you want to label all these sections. You get to choose the labels or leave it blank. So it is very customizable. Plum paper has 3 different color schemes you can choose from. And I do have full Plum paper video reviews up. And in fact, I have a new one. I have a 2021, but I have a new one coming with their new color scheme and their disc bound options. Actually, that video will already be out before this one. Yes. So that new Plum paper video will be out, and I will link it down below with this. I do not have a discount for Plum paper. I do have a $10 off if it is your first order from Erin Condren, and I do have an affiliate link for Erin Condren. I have nothing for Plum paper. On Plum paper, you have 15 to-do lines. Erin Condren, you have 13 to-do lines. Erin Condren, you have 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. with half-hour full lines and an extra slot to go. Could definitely go all the way till the 9 o'clock hour, so through the 8 o'clock hour there. You have your own time slots to write in here for Plum paper. You have your top 3 shaded, and every month with whatever color Plum paper is, your page is gonna look completely different with that monthly color. And if you want to see all those, I do have the full walkthrough in my Plum paper videos that are up. So those are the exact same tasks written out in those planners. Plum paper and Erin Condren Daily Duo. This was the first year that Erin Condren came out with the Daily Duo, so I'm going to be interested to see what they do with it this next year. I'm really interested in that. Plum paper, you can only get a daily in up to a 6-month book, but it is only starts at $32. That's your starting price, and then there are some things you can add on and change, and prices can go up from there. Oh, Plum paper has said that if my people email into them, and only if you're a first-time customer, you can get $10 off. If you email to them and say Amanda's Favorite sent me to get my $10 off first-time customer coupon, you cannot already have made an account with them, but you can get that from them. They make it where I would have to email out everyone a separate coupon. You guys would have to email me to request that, and I told them there's no way I could do that. And so they said that y'all could email them. They were very nice about that. We have a couple more here. This is AMPLIFY Planner. AMPLIFY Planner is a quarterly planner that also has weekly layouts. So let me show you. It's something none of the other dailies have. You have a weekly horizontal layout. If you're interested, definitely take a look at my full review video. Then you have a full daily pages for Saturday and Sunday too. Lots of room, much smaller lines though, and much smaller lines this way. Here is your day from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. with half-hour slots. Here are my same tasks written on this day. They already have you divided up by work and personal tasks and priorities. They have room for habits, and they have these extra boxes for you. This is 80-pound smooth paper. It's pretty smooth like plum paper. I would say it's similar to plum paper. It's very thick. There's a 7 by 10 page made in the USA. The weekly spreads too. So, and it is $30 for a quarter. So that is Amplify Planner. Next up is Golden COIL. Golden COIL, you have a choice. This is a customized planner, and you have a choice. You get to pick from 5 daily page layouts. I put all my tasks in here, my tasks and my time stuff, because they all fit in here. I just put them by what time of day I was going to do them. So there's 5 different daily pages you can choose from. This is just the one I chose, and I used it for a really good amount of time. I really, really do love Golden COIL. I'm using their weekly planner right now. So this is their daily planner. Morning, afternoon, evening is the layout I chose, but they have 5 daily page options. They have way more weekly options, I think like 17. This is the same 80-pound Mohawk paper that is in Erin Condren with tooth, so I really love it. But it is a cream colored versus the white of Erin Condren, so you just have to be aware of that if the color of paper bothers you. For a daily planner, you can only fit 6 months in your Golden COIL book because they only allow up to 242 pages in their book, and your book is about $62 at that page count. But depending on your page count is depending on the price of the book. So there's lots of different options. You can even put in your iCal events into Golden COIL. In between, you have full pages for Saturday and Sunday. In between your weeks, after every Sunday, you have a full lined page. That's just something they put in there. But then in Golden COIL, you can choose to put extra pages in between your weeks or some extra pages after every monthly layout. Let me see if I can find you a monthly layout. There's just lots of choices to customize. And if you're interested in Golden COIL, definitely watch one of my videos on them. I have a whole playlist. Plum paper, you can also add in extra pages, but they all go at the end. You can't put them like after a month or after a week. Plum paper has some customization options like that too, where you can add in your iCal events and stuff like that. So lots of options there. I'm a huge fan of Golden COIL. I do not have an affiliate link or a discount, but I just really love them. Next up is KITLIFE. This is the last of the coiled planners that I'm going to show you. Then I have 3 bound planners, and then we are done. KITLIFE is one of the best bargains in the planner world. This daily planner for the entire year is only $29. That's full price though. Like right now they're on sale. And then I have a continuous discount code with them. My code is AMANDASFAVORITES, and that's $5 off, unlimited use. So you can use it every purchase with KITLIFE. And so right now, like that brings this planner to like $18.20 right now. So I'm choosing that as an example that their planner is just an amazing price, even full price. But right now with the sale, plus you can always stack my code with the sale. You know, it's amazing. The paper in their daily is 100 GSM, which equals 68 pound, which is the day designer pound weight. But like I said, all paper feels different. That's amazing when you look at the day designer price compared to this price. And the weekly planner from KITLIFE even has 80 pound paper, thicker. Because they put their whole year in one book, they couldn't use that thick of paper in this book. But they have hardcovers, they have bands, amazing quality for the price that it is. And they have a little bit different page layout. So you have a top 3, you have your to-do list task boxes, and then you have your schedule down here from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. You have a gratitude box, an activity box, and a meal plan box with a quote at the bottom. Extra to-do list lines over here, or it could be journaling, or it could be notes. Or your to-dos you could write in long sentences and carry all the way over since this line is very light, which I like that option. You have 12, I forgot to count those, 12 to-do lines here, but then you have this entire side with 12, 13, 14, 15 lines. So you have an amazing amount of to-do list lines. I really like the daily page layout of KITLIFE. It lends itself to be used for lists in lots of different ways and longer ways, or journaling. It's just not your typical daily planner page where like half of the page is taken up with your time blocking. I really like how the time blocking is smaller and down here, because for me and my lifestyle, that just works. So this is your KITLIFE Planner's daily option. All right, our last 3 dailies to look at are bound books. We have Monk Manual, we have Erin Condren, her Petite Planner Daily, and we have Passion Planner Daily. Monk Manual is a pretty unique planner, but it is one of my favorite dailies. I wanted to throw it in here. It is a quarterly planner with every day having a 2-page spread. You also have weekly, those are labeled here, a 2-page spread per week. This planner is really about living a more thoughtful, intentional life, and it is combining a lot of journaling with your planning. And so it's more than just your daily planner list, but I really wanted to include it because it is one of my favorites. They have a top 3. You have to-do list items, but you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to-do list items. Although you have this big note space every day, so if you need more room for a to-do list, you definitely have that. You have a schedule from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. with half-hour lines in between, but you have several lines before and after, so you could definitely wake up earlier, go to bed later, and still have those time slots if you're doing time blocking. There are my same things written in on this day. This is just the information about the planner. I do have a discount code of Amanda's Favorites with Monk Manual for 10% off. This is 120 GSM 80-pound paper, so really good paper. Since it is undated, you have full pages for Saturday and Sunday, and once again, that's a 2-page spread per day. It is $38 for your book. It's such a really nicely crafted, beautiful book with a band. It's hardcover and 3 grosgrain ribbon markers. But if you buy more than one, since they only cover a 90-day span, then you do get a discount, and you can stack my code with that discount. He gives like a 10% discount if you're buying one extra, I think. And if you buy a whole year's worth, like 4, I think you get 20% off. And then you can stack my code 10% and you would be getting 30% off all of them. This is 8.5 by 5.5. There's 256 pages total. They use soy-based inks. These are printed in China, but they do have, like I said, the 2-page weekly spread, and you do have monthly spreads up here also. But definitely watch the video on this planner if you are interested in it. It's a very interesting, unique daily planner. I really like his approach. If you want something more than just a daily list planner. Passion Planner falls along that line too, as being more than just a daily list planner, because they kind of go through asking you how you're feeling each day, what you learned that day. So some more journaling prompts down here. I personally don't love how every section is labeled in Passion Planner. For me, I'd rather just have that be one to-do list not labeled, where I can divide it out what makes sense to me. But they have a today's focus, my game changer goal, and 3 of those, personal to-do list with 5, a work to-do list with 5, free space to grow, self-maintenance, the best thing that happened, today I learned, today in 1 word, my mood. Your time slots are smaller, which I always like in a daily planner, more for to-dos. Of course, you could have to-dos over here. Every day is a 2-page daily spread. And there are my time blocks. You have 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. with half-hour slots in there. It's undated, a 90-day daily planner with the 2 pages per day. It's $25 for a black cover, $30 for a color cover, but they are always running sales, so watch for that. I do have a $5 off your first purchase link. I believe that's what it is. I don't think it's a percentage, but I do have a discount link down below for them if it is your first purchase. Since it's undated, you have those full pages for Saturday and Sunday. You do have undated monthly spreads in here, and you do have a little goal guidance system. Monk Manual has a goal guidance system too in there in their daily planner. So that is Passion Planner. And last but not least is the Petite Daily from Erin Condren. This Petite Daily book you can just buy for 1 quarter, or you can buy them all together and save more. They're $14 each, but they are on sale right now. If you're buying the whole year when it's not on sale, it's $44 for the whole year. It fits in the Erin Condren Traveler's Notebook on the go folio that they have if you want to keep it with several books. But many people I know they just want this little book. Some people I know have taken the pages out of here and disc bound them or put them in a ring bound system. This is an A5 size. So on your daily pages, you have to-do list items here. And then many people who want time slots label this out and their time slots on this side. You don't have to. This could be more to-do lists and divided out. Or it could be morning, noon, and night. So there's lots of ways to use this blank page. The colors change by month, just like in the Erin Condren planners. You have a little note space here, but on the left side of every day, you do have a look at the calendar. The left side has that. Saturday and Sunday are shared in here horizontally. That's what it looks like. And your calendar is always on the left, so you have more notes room on the right page. And if you look at these pages, these are mirror images. So, which kind of bothers me. It's not like any other planner. You know, they have flipped it as a mirror image every day. So your to-dos flip from being on the right, then they flip to being on the left. You see what I'm saying? I would like the pages to be the same throughout, typically like most planner pages. I understand how visually this might be appealing, but for my mind, I just like my to-do list to always be on the same side. And if I'm using time slots or using this division for time of day, I like that to be on the same side. But this is the Erin Condren Petite Planner. I believe they have stated, but it was not on the website right now, that this is 80-pound paper, but it is not the same 80-pound paper that is in the Erin Condren coiled notebooks and coiled life planner. It is a little bit thinner feeling to me. It doesn't have the tooth. It's not the same Mohawk paper, but still is a good paper for a planner this price. This is a sewn traveler's notebook. Yeah, I think that's it about this one. All right, guys, that wraps up this extensive look at daily planners. Like I said, this was not all the daily planners I've ever reviewed, and I might have left out a really good one that I wanted to include, and I'll probably see it later. But I tried to pick out the ones that are my favorites and just that are popular ones and compare them all here for you guys. And then if you're interested, I will link all those videos down in the description. I also have my most popular video of every year is my top 5 daily planners. And I will link that video down here. If you have not seen that and you're interested in daily planners, I highly recommend watching that. I do a new one of those videos at the end of every year for the next year. So this is the 2021 one. It's my personal top picks of what I think are the best daily planners that I've reviewed for that next year. And then I also put a top 5 runner-ups to give you, some more ideas, because picking top 5, it's hard. There are so many great planners out there. So that video will be linked down below also. Let me know what you thought about this video, if it was helpful. Let me know if you use a daily planner. What are you using right now? I would love to hear. And if you like it, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, or what you're looking to switch to. I would love to hear it all down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Happy planning, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.